Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I don't know what time you're watching this, but today we have a very special guest at Founders Fortune, a gentleman that plays multiple hats, construction, finance, real estate, Mr. Name It All. The brother's almost like a Power Ranger at this point. Eric from MSL.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
Excellent.
Doing wonderful. Thanks for coming out.
That's my pleasure.
Likewise, we wanted to bring in somebody that plays multiple hats for a reason, because sometimes in entrepreneurship and lessons that we like to teach here is that once you conquer one business or once you conquer one industry, it just becomes very seamless to grow and stack them up. And that is why we brought in someone who actually has that versatility in business. Because usually people that have that versatility, right, have that experience to back it up and the success to back it up. Nobody that's not successful is going to have three businesses for the sake of having businesses, right? That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. Nothing in life works like that. So in order for someone to have three good hats, it really usually means that they had a very good solid, and then they stacked up another one, and then they stacked up another one. So with that being said, enough of me giving you your flowers. Can you please tell everyone who you are? What is it that you do? What problems are you solving nowadays?
Yes, so pretty much I have a few different hats, but as you said, like they all merge together in a really nice way. And it make the life I wanted to design for myself, right? At some point, we want to have businesses, we want to make money, we want to progress in different domain of the entrepreneurial spheres. But you have to be happy in it because it will reflect in what you do, right? So right now, I could say like I started young with the army, and I did like a good 10 years there, and I started to help some of my buddies with like opening a cleaning company. It was
Straight from high
called,
school?
like I started at 17 in the military. Yeah,
Very young.
and at 26, I opened it like a cleaning service after my work, and I was going to help my buddies like that were veterans and like couldn't clean, right? But as an entrepreneur, like I saw an opportunity there because the government were paying my friends to be able to actually receive the service that they needed. So it was very important to actually use that opportunity at my advantages and actually use the advantage I have found in the market, like knowing that some people actually need that service to build my first company. The name was called like Clean Freaks Kingston, and
Okay.
it was like it got pretty big. We won some prizes. We were nominated for Young Entrepreneur of the Years at the Chamber of Commerce.
Nice.
I was in nominations, but not the winner against like Ford's and Bombardier and another company like Solar Company for Francophone businesses in Ontario in 2013 or 11, I believe. And those are just have helped actually bring more business and grow the business pretty much. Uh, After I did this for a few years, I fall like in love with finance because at some point your business can get big where you actually just resolve problems. And you can realize maybe you're not happy at just resolving problems. And even if you pay people and you manage everything and you reduce a little bit your income, but like it's auto manage, you can actually realize then like listening to like old folks talking about their problems on the golf course during all your buddies are still working what you're supposed to do. Like you're living a life that it's like 30 years in advance on you if you're 35 and living that life, right? So you want to feel valuable. So I follow in the finance field, like knowing I can restart to help people directly, building their dreams, their financial stabilities. And building that stability was so much fun for me to like see somebody going from like being difficulties to actually doing really well. Then I decided like to focus more of my time, and at some point I actually sold my cleaning company because if you're not happy in a business,
Yeah.
at some point it eats you and it take your times away,
Yeah.
and it can. So I sold the business because I wanted like my staff to continue to have a job, to continue under good management and keep the business growing. It's like your baby, right?
Yeah, that is true.
And that's what brought me like actually like to leave like from where I was and move to Montreal, continue with the finance there and everything, and reconnected with the love here in Gatineau, and
Yeah.
move there and like I met a gentleman, Marc Labrie, that was like a great guy, super like fair, honest, transparent. I really liked it, and he offered me like a job like as like a habitations consultant.
Yes.
And actually, when I digged in it, it was like not really far from my field of finance because I didn't know too much people there, and I was getting bored in the basement, doing like Teams and Zooms, and just like dealing with my clients and stuff. And I was like, hey, that's cool. Like, and I started to learn like more the real estate with him, and actually like it's all brand new buildings and things like that. I can't
Yeah.
do like use or anything like that, but that field is it's huge, and I realize now the impact on our society. Like, so I help people with their financial needs, like personal, so Quebec, Ontario,
Okay.
and also I can do other provinces on their request because we have teams a little bit everywhere, and also like the real estate part. Then I spend most of my time because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a blast. Like
Yeah. It's
dealing
a
with people about building,
literally.
helping them getting their first homes, understanding the financial behind it, so I can understand also like, let's get you there. Let's get you the house you want, right?
Yeah. Wonderful. And in real estate, exactly what is it exactly that you do in real estate?
Like in the real estate part, like pretty much I would like deal with like real estate agents that have clients that want to buy a home that it's new. Sometimes people get picky; they don't necessarily know in the use what they can do, so they start to turn like for builders. And the problem we fall with it's like you have no market if you're really precise in what you want for a house.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand what I mean by
That
that.
makes a lot
But
of sense.
it's like it can be the locations, but it can be like what you want inside. Like I want the room there, I want this there. The renovations to buy like a used home, to renovate it, to actually make it look the way you want, may cost the same thing than buying sometime a new one.
Yeah.
And you lose the warranties on the house too, because as builders we offer warranties like on the house.
So you play the development world in real estate right now.
Exactly. So it can be like multiplex, it can be houses,
houses.
it can be like projects,
Yeah.
like 40 doors, 500 doors, 140 doors. Like it's
What's the biggest project you've ever been a part of?
at this point, you have one I'm really passionate with on Maloney Est in Gatineau, and we have like sixplex and one triplex. The triplex, somebody already reserved it,
Okay.
but with the other one right now till like June, people can actually start to reserve them, and we are gonna be building like this summer, and they still fall under like for the people that know it with the MLI select programs under 50 points. So like people that know what the 50 points mean, like they will know it's a good business opportunity. And that project, it's really the one I work a lot at on top of all the other houses and everything.
Nice, nice. So how many doors is that?
That would be like the 6x6, so like the 36 doors plus the three. So we're 39 doors, but I would say 36 still available.
36 available. Amazing. And these are usually I'm assuming they're investor friendly, correct?
Yes, and that's the advantage because the fella that like reserved one kind of cut the deal a little bit. That opened the doors to like younger investors or people that want to buy like one or two or three or, but not necessarily buy the entire things, because when you buy the entire things, like the way like the property works and the
Yeah.
co-owning of like the land, make it like you can't be a full 100% control. You have to like understand and other
Diversify.
people. Exactly. And if you're really big in this world, you may not want to put like the money aside like for redoing the driveway
Yeah.
or things like that.
Yeah.
When if I'm a younger investor, no, I'd rather put $300 a month, knowing that like for the next few years everything's planned and
Yes, for
I don't
sure.
have to worry about it and it's managed and I carry on with my life, but I have an investment rolling.
Are you struggling with your finances and trying to build a generational wealth? I have helped many people reaching their goal financially and getting in a better situation. I have been in the industry since 2016 and I can help you in Ontario and in Quebec. If you're looking to take action, link in the description below will get you a book call with me so I can help you with your financial situation.
And then what do you usually, like when I've spoken to previous builders, usually a few years into building or development, they start to niche down in a certain type of building, right? Some people will say affordable housing. Some people will tell you custom homes. Some people tell you luxury. What is your niche and why?
The niche of the construction company with construction MCL right now would be about 75% commercial. So that means like multi-doors. And there were 25% residential. The demand on the commercial part, it's higher, but it's slowed down a lot by like city processes. Then I feel are actually really long or pinnable for no specific reasons outside of maybe not having enough staff or rulings over different rulings and trying to figure it out how it worked when the market required so much more from it.
Yeah.
Niche wise, I would say the company really look like wood structures, so like up to like 3-4 levels, and we're starting to do like more like concrete structures too. But it's like another game. You have kind of like both, but the business have been around for like 15 years. Actually, this year they're celebrating their 15 years, and they won prizes as best builders in 2023 for the Ottawa region. So the guys know what he's doing. We're a pretty good team of about 15 people. You have people in management, sales, like planifications, like everything. So it's a good team. It's a good ambience. We do a lot of stuff together, and you know the committee brought us to do fun activities too.
Yeah, that's good. But you mentioned something very good. You're saying that if sometimes the city slows you guys down. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like the rulings implied by the cities are very sporadic, or even if you answer all the requirement, actually, like you would have to fight to say, then actually I have all the requirement. Why you're slowing me down? And sometimes I feel like they're just trying to find like reasons to slow down the developments instead of encouraging it. Maybe you have a little bit of lack of staffing on their ends because
Okay.
I mean I would assume it's a very stressful jobs to deal with everything.
Okay.
But waiting for permits and wait like for just to be received and be in the process and be over 60 days for a house. I mean, at some point, it's like everything is there. Like, what do we need more to
Yeah.
get going, right? Then at the end, it penalizes the cost of the houses because you have interest to pay on the constructions, the loans,
Yeah.
and everything. It penalizes the citizen that's going to buy it. And the city want to make more tax. I don't see why it's not at their advantages to go forward. It's not like people ask for derogations or
Yeah.
things specific. So
But is this city by city? Is it a little bit different, or is it just specifically Gatineau you feel like is a little bit too slow?
I feel in Gatineau they can probably implement a faster way to process the documents and actually approve them. Maybe if they have more staff, or because at some point you can just ask so much from one person.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's a town like if you hear some big developer like Luc Poirier and everything, when they mention their favorite towns to invest, they always say like Gatineau. You know, they mention the city in it, and it's have been booming like extremely. And right now, like you have less lots available, so people have to start thinking building like in height than in large.
Yeah, I know. I remember the big boom when I was much younger for Gatineau between 2013 to 2017. Those years where everybody and their mom was moving to Gatineau. And it's very, like, geographically, it's such a very friendly investor. Well, from the outside in, obviously, not as an investor yourself waiting for permits, but I'm saying for the consumer outside in, Gatineau is just like, it's like the promised land, right? Like, as soon as you cross that bridge, whatever is worth $1 million in Ottawa is like 600K there. So, like, it was such a friendly investor, and I think it still is, right, for investors.
And if you look the cost of land to like, that's the bottom of your project, right? If the cost of land's too high right away, it raises all the other costs on the house. And I mean, compared to Ottawa, like the cost is still very reasonable, but the availability it's less. So we just like started like to do business with a developer like in Kentley. We will have like a few lots there for people that want to buy a house that is not too far from like the highway. You just take one road down and you get to Ottawa. We have a development in Val-des-Monts also. So we have like literally neighborhoods like we're building. So it's to see what's people looking for. So you can still have that life of like, I want a life with a house with my kids, and I want some yard.
Yeah.
That's available now. Like, it's possible still. I don't know in Ottawa. I don't know enough the market, but to build a house here must be pretty challengeful for the
It is.
cost, right?
Yeah, no, it is. And that's for Ontario wide actually, because ourselves with our company, the Lee Eddies, we hear all types of complaints in Ontario. Not that we don't hear anything in Quebec, but in Ontario, it's even if when we're about to onboard a new unit or units, we hear the same things. Like the city's taking too long. They're nitpicking on every little thing. Like you said, it's like they don't want to get paid their taxes. Like, you're gonna get your taxes. Why aren't you starting
Yeah.
very quickly? Which defeats the purpose, because Canada has a housing problem,
Yes.
probably the biggest one out of the G7. However, when it comes to housing, it's like the people that want to build, they keep like bugging them and bugging them and bugging them. When is this gonna stop? And where do you see it going in this pace?
Well, we see like on the federal levels trying to implement the different programs to help. Uh, sorry. One of the programs that actually, I can't wait that it's actually passed, would be like the raise on the cost of, like, if you buy your first home, they will give you back your taxes on a new house.
Are you stressing as a tenant wanting to leave and break this lease, needing to pay rent on a monthly basis for a unit that you will not use anymore? Either or, Lease IDs can help you out. We specialize in lease takeovers. We help tenants leave and break their lease and bring in new tenants. Meanwhile, the management doesn't have to stress too much. We do the whole thing from the viewings to the application process, and we send everything to the management. This is a great turnkey solution for both the tenant and the management at the same time. If this interests you at all, the link below on the description will get you a free consultation with one of our associates and can help you with either breaking the lease or bringing in a new tenant.
It was at like 450 to get your 5% in Quebec before. I mean, who buy at $450,000 like a house new today with the cost of market, the construction costs that have go up, like, I mean, the employees and the staff working constructions that have like to get a readjustment on their wages because they were behind like quite a few percentage. All that together, if that programs come back, helping a first-time home buyers to be able to get back, instead of like 5% up to 450, it would be to $1 million. So that opened like a lot of people that saying, man, I'm buying a house at $800,000. I'm putting the money, I'm working hard. The guys at 450 get it, and me, I don't.
Yeah.
I want the same advantage. And the market, it's like, around there. If you look for a unifamilial home, in Gatineau, like freshly built and everything, you're looking probably like around the 500 to 550 going up. Like it's still very reasonable for like 1,200 square feet house and everything. But the market need to get slapped a little bit, and the government need to be able. Yeah, the government need to like step up, accelerate things, put it on fast forward, and make sure that all the market get touched, not just the big buildings to be built, but the single home to have to be built too, because we don't want people that want a house to be a luxury and feel they need a duplex absolutely just to arrive. You want that quality of life for your kids, for your family, for the futures and for the next generation.
Especially if you can afford it. Like, why not?
Exactly.
Right? Like, why can't you have that? Now, when it comes to cities and urbanization in general, where do you see Gatineau headed to in the next few years?
Gatineau will continue to boom. I think near more the center of the city, it will go up.
Okay.
And I would say north of the 50, it will be more like houses with like one acres, things like that. And it will be more like the residential part getting developed, a little bit like bigger town, same concept with like Toronto or other cities where like the center people have no choice to build up. But we're not at the point where we need to destroy to rebuild.
Yeah.
So you can still look for lots, land.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cost less. It make the house more affordable if you don't have to always demolish too. There's
100%, of
another
course.
project there, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. So that's where you see it headed to, like you see it going out.
Oh yeah, like and spreading. Like we're looking at zone like Turso, but it's like more east, southeast of Gatineau, and people right now are looking there because I think you have one lot to sell for like 88,000,
Oh my.
and it's a little bit an angle, but somebody that want to walk out like can have a house like that at a decent price, but. Now people realize they feel like, hey, if I have a piece of land, it's like winning lottery.
Literally,
But
yeah.
the investors will not pay more than what they can if they can't resell it at a decent price for people because nobody will be able to afford like the building or the
Yeah.
house. Right?
You're only as valuable as how whatever the market says your item is. With that being said, just before we cut to the first half, talent when it comes to building. We keep hearing that the trades and the talent we're so far behind, which I don't know. I could be wrong, but from my understanding is that we're saying that part of the reason why we don't have enough properties or we don't have enough homes or we have a housing crisis in Canada is because of the talent. We don't have enough talent. Is that really true?
I have difficulty to believe in like finding like the trades, finding the right peoples to build would be an issue. I think it's more on the financial side, the cost, because if I look at it like very like cut dry,
Yeah.
that's the job of a contractor to make sure that all the trades did the right jobs and deliver the home, and that's the reason why you pretty much sign your life on the warranty on that house.
Yeah.
Because like if you read the contracts, it's it feels like you sign your life.
You're signing your life away.
Yeah, like there are people that like Mark and everybody else that work construction. It's like it's very very strict. Now it's to make sure the trades do the right jobs.
Yeah.
And when you build a lot, who work well, who's better in which area, who's more specialized in the what. So, and those guys train their teams, their electricians, their plumbers, their all the trades to do a good job. And the lack in numbers, I think more training should be offered free to get in the industry. Like the schooling should be free. If you want to work construction, we want to boom the industry.
Yeah.
The government should put that free.
Literally.
And credit everything if it's not already the case in some programs.
Yeah.
And push that so the general contractors, the specialists can run all the trades up to actually get to build and the numbers match. If the buyer at the end, nobody's gonna buy a house at $1.2 million when they start. Like they still need to put money aside for their retirement, like cover their expenses that goes up, cost of food, everything, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the first half, guys. We'll see you very shortly.
Are you a landlord or a management that's looking for more qualified tenants? You should trust our corporate housing program. How it works? In simple terms, we help corporations that we are partnered up with find long-term leases for their staff. You heard that right. The average contract worker is between 15 to 18 months. So as long as you are happy with 1 year and more, this is the program for you. If you are interested about corporate housing program, click the link below in the description. That will get you a call with one of our associates that can help you with your tenant placement.
And we're back. Mr. Eric?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Now, we're going to cover a little bit more deeper about Mr. Eric's projections, where business is going, where contracting is going, where finance is going. Because honestly, a lot of people that watch our show want to understand what the heck is going on. Where are we headed to? Is the recession done? Everyone's saying there's a recession going on. What does it feel like to be in a recession and all of that fun stuff? So let's start with the recession stuff. Business-wise, statistically, are we in a recession yet or no?
Statistically wise, we are not in right now in the recessions. Yes, everything goes up. All the cost of everything of life goes up, but the wages don't follow, as we know, as fast. But I think the opportunity right now to make money, it's way more present and accessible than it was like 10 years ago.
Okay, so we're not in a recession, but everything did go up. Are we hitting it soon? Are we not hitting it? What do you, like? What's your vision in that?
Well, I think like the middle class, it's really where the market get hit right now, because you have many ways to get like wealthier, and using the tools in the financial world to actually get yourself in a better place. I think the problem it's knowledge.
Okay.
Like I see so many families I help like with the financial side of the business where actually the money were not going in the right place. Like they make a budget and it's the first time of their life they think about making a budget.
Oh my.
And then they realize where the money goes and they're like, oh my God, like my husband spent like $20 per day to eat at work. And then you make the total of that, and she's like, "I will make him a lunch, damn it! Like, stop eating at the canteen, you know? Like, sometimes it goes like buy this, a little snack. Then you're at like $35, and when you accumulate that at the end of a month, like you're in the $800-900, you know? Like, it starts to hit.
Yeah.
But people don't realize where the money goes because when you're in difficulty or you don't know or you work hard, you have tendency to cut down or short the road to take the easiest. Yeah. And having a right plan financially make the difference to actually get out of that situation. And actually, like I always say, people, if you don't feel you make enough, do you have a calendar of your work hours? And do you monopolize your calendar in function of the life you want?
Yes, that's very smart what you just said.
Because if you don't monopolize your calendar in the proper way, you actually waste time. People tell me sometimes, I don't have time to build myself something better, to make more money. I say, okay, let's put your hours of work on my calendar. Okay, good. Open Google Calendar, put that there. Okay, you work from like 8 to 5. Okay, put that there. What do you do of the rest of the time? Well, I show up, I do supper. Okay, perfect. An hour and a half. Okay, good. What do you do of the rest of the time? Well, I watch a show. What, you're telling me? Like you want to do better, but you're not willing to push a little bit more right now to be more comfortable later? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know, all the last like Netflix show that came out, you watched everything, but you don't have time to do better for yourself.
Wow.
Like, that's where I think the planning of a calendar, making sure like your finances are in order, you have a plan right there. That may be the solutions to get out of a tight spot.
Very. That's very crucial what you said. It all starts with parenting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because the kids, they're just monkey see, monkey do. I grew up seeing my parents struggle. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do the same thing. It's just a norm, right? But like if you change your habits, your kids also follow. You also set your kids up for better, right? That translates and that yields into better kids, better, you know, like easier way to build generational wealth and stuff like that. Also, another thing that you just said is very important, that a lot of people have a hard time putting together is looking at the schedule. The schedule is basically like real estate, guys. The busier you are, right, the more filled up your the more filled up your calendar is, right? The more busier your schedule is, usually yields into that you are more productive in your life. You have a more productive lifestyle, which also means you're probably making more money. But if your calendar looks like 9 to 5, that's it, and then after that it's just free for all, right? That's gonna show in your bank account, right? Like he was saying that because it is a tough economy in right now, people need to get clever with their money. People need to get clever with their time, right? But to wait around to see what checks the government's gonna give us, or waiting around for a handout, those days are over. Those days don't exist anymore. Matter of fact, if you don't have a skill, I feel like if you don't have a skill that you can also leverage as a side gig, a second job, starting your own business, this is why we put a podcast together. We want to show people like, hey guys, this rat race that you're running, you're just chasing your tail, right? It's not going to get you anywhere, right? Canada, right? Even though it's not in its best economy state, right? Economic state, it's still by far doing more stable than a lot of other countries in the G7. Like I said, even though our dollar is worth nothing nowadays, but still, it is still a land of opportunities.
Yes, we don't have to worry about our safety.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about the access, of food, services. We don't have to worry about knowledge. We have we complain if our internet's not enough fast.
Yeah.
But it does mean that it stops you from doing better for yourself. And I think people have to stop trying to find a reason all the time to don't go forward.
Literally.
You know, stop blaming around, start pointing yourself.
Yeah.
Get the right coaching
Literally.
and go forward with your plan. And in financial business, we help people's like part-time, maybe 15-hour a week, accomplishing, getting licensed, be able to make an income with that, like have their own business, direct their own time, their own futures, and you have a ton of other perks like vacant. Anyway, I'm not gonna get in that, but
No, but
the idea of it is just to say, what do you want? And when you make your schedule, the first thing you're gonna realize is, do I have a more plan? If my plan is better, like planning like this, and say, okay, do I think for 6 months? Do I think for 1 year? Do I think for 5 years? I even have a 10-year plan.
yeah.
You know, like, do I do the right exercise for my mind to be in the right place? Because if you feed yourself of like podcasts like this, you want to go forward, you're motivated, you're like, yeah, you know, like I'm going forward in life, I'm, you know, like I want things to move. But if I feed my brain with like all the other stuff that I don't need, then I start to have a vision, and with algorithm you get more of that,
Literally.
and it gets you in a draining part of like mentally talk, like it drains you, right?
Yeah. And then the habits start. As soon as the habits start, good luck getting out of those ones.
Yeah.
So save yourself some time. Save yourself the headache, guys. Right? That's why we put something like this. We put hustler minds in front of cameras to show others that, hey, I am in the same city as you. I'm eating the same food as you. I'm drinking the same water as you, and I can do it. And guess what? We both have the same 24 hours, right? People like Eric, didn't get to where they are from being lazy or waiting for stuff to come to them. And that's what it is. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, like I've noticed even like the type of immigrants, right, that are even coming into the country, right? How they used to be, how they used to come, and how they are right now. It's I feel like it's two different types of people coming into the country. Back in the days, right, people were ready to work right away. How do I come and help Canada get better, and how do I, because it better is me, right? But the people like even that are to the point that we have this like lazy culture in Canada, like, oh, you know who I'm talking about, but a certain race has taken all of Tim Hortons and this. Well, yeah, well, nobody's taking the jobs. They will take it, of course. You know what I mean? But like also, and I've realized certain styles or certain versions of people that are coming into their country, like they also got like brainwashed to like, yeah, let me just get money from the government and I'll just relax. Like, you know what I mean? And once you do that one generation, the other generation does it, and then that's how we don't have a successful economy, right? And that's why guys like Eric, right? Like I salute you because you're not even in the Ottawa side, you're not even on the Ontario side, you're on the Quebec side. But I salute you for what you're doing because you're putting money in other people's pockets. You know what I mean? You're helping the economy grow. Right, and especially when it comes to finance, like financial literacy, guys, this is your guy, right? Times are tough. You said that you're able to. What is this? Is this like a free consultation that you do, or how does one even go about that?
Yeah, pretty much like people book a consultation with me, and we take a 15 minutes to see if we like get a good groove, see like what's your goal a little bit and everything, and they can watch like a little presentations like online from home just to see really what's the business about, how we work, things like that, if they see value for them in there. And they can do the business part, and I will train them and coach them personally and like win the #1 team in Quebec, so that's really good. And for the Ontario, like that's where I started. Most of my clients are around like Kingston, like all this area here. So I have my dual licensing, and I help people here. We have office in Nipan, a little bit everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So the goal is to say, do people want to do better? I can just do a financial plan. It doesn't have to be necessarily like to change careers or anything. Just to have a plan where you take the most advantages and you save money with people that have the proper knowledge.
Yeah.
Because what happened is like you may pay X amount for something, but maybe I can find it through like the brokerage at way less.
Amazing.
So why pay more? This is how you get money everywhere like this. You save there, you save there, you save there.
Diversifying.
Exactly. And at some point it make a chunk, and that chunk helps you to go forward to your next goal.
Yeah.
But you think you have to change your life to do that. But actually you don't need necessarily to change your life. You can just do it by making the change that nobody want to talk about.
Literally.
Finance.
Literally.
It's like a secret.
It's so scary, just the word.
Yeah.
People get scared from it.
Yeah, it's like, and they would trust, like, example, like, people getting advice, and they will not even look if, are they advice available for my country? Or they advise, like, for another country, because they don't even get informed enough. Then they apply the tactics that don't even work here, because it's not structured the same way.
Yeah.
And it's all things like this, I think, like, if you want to make a difference, like, my first goal in all that is to educate people financially through Canada.
Yeah.
And if people get more educated, the abuse, I would call, will stop. The what is that? Like, I have to pay to access my own money from an ATM, an extra cost of the cost. And people place their money hoping they're going to make, like, 10, 15% on it.
This is for you, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord. We have a 40,000 plus database full of relocating staff and qualified tenants, where you don't have to stress with the viewings, qualifications, references, credit checks, all of that fun stuff. We do all of that and package it and send it right back to you for $0 upfront cost. How we get compensated is upon results. Once they have signed your lease, paid you your first and last, only then we would be compensated our 1 month's rent. If this sounds interesting to you at all, the link below in the description will get you a call with one of our associates.
And, that's what the market, like, I mean, you have different funds and things. I'm not going to get in the investment part of it.
No,
but,
I know.
But when you go at the ATM, if you don't withdraw like $100, they're going to eat like 15-20% of your money in fee. Right? So you have to be bright all the time. Instead of withdrawing like $20, you withdraw like 100 if you're in an ATM where you have to pay fees on top of fees, right?
Yeah.
Like, be bright about every single dollars, and life will smile to you.
And were you this financial smart or financial, like, were you this financially established and knowledgeable, like, from time? Or you just learned it over time?
You really learn it, but I will say this way: you can learn it and become a teacher of it and share it, and that's the beauty of it, because you educate. So if you're more like a teacher, you're more like a teamwork. You're more. That's one way to go, and the other is learn for yourself. But if you learn for yourself, again, you need a coach.
Yeah.
Just get a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Like, they're paid by the companies, like, usually, and they help you, like, getting better in your situation. You know how much taxes I saved this year to my clients? You know how much money I saved? You know how many millionaires I made, like, from doing the right things and starting with, like, a Monday 8 to 5 jobs, but the cumulative, the compound effect, the time pass, and it never go back. So you have to start today, not, like, in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
And everyone is so ready to always blame the system. Like, yeah, sure, the system is not built right to begin with, right? Like, sure, they don't teach us this in school. But okay, this is old news. We already understand that. Okay, like, let's snap out of it. Let's move forward. What's the next step? Okay, they don't teach it. Doesn't mean you can't teach yourself.
Exactly. First, are you using the right tools? Do you even have a TFSA? Like, do you have, like, you want to buy a home? They have programs where you get tax rebates on it. Do you use everything already out there?
Yeah.
Or you're the guy that pays for everything full cost? Like, who like to buy full cost something? I walk to Costco, like, I would buy it because it's $4 less, like, for ground beef instead of, like, like, chicken.
Yeah.
Because it's $4. Next week I will eat, like, the chicken, not to be cheap, but you know what I mean? Like, it's in sales. I like buying things in sales, right?
Yeah.
Like, so why would I buy full price?
100%. Doesn't make business sense, for sure. You were covering very important piece right now. From our marketing company, we work very closely with coaches and consultants, and we build them systems and marketing and stuff like that. And the one thing over and over and over that I am seeing is that people, right, the earlier they dive in and actually get a coach or a consultant and somebody that has already did the dirty work for you, right? The faster you get there. But a lot of people are like, they would spend on, excuse my language, on dumb shit, right? But then they wouldn't go spend it on themselves, on their future version of themselves. Get a coach, get a consultant. It's not even that expensive. The same amount of money that you're spending on all these subscriptions, right? Spotify, Amazon, this, that. At the end of the month, it's $600. That's $600 if you put it towards a coach that can actually teach you, right? Well, it's life changing. What do you think about coaching and being mentored by a mentor and being a part of programs like this? Is this something that you push people towards, or not even that, but like how somebody that doesn't even know too much about it, how can you get them in there? How can you help them understand that this is the way to go?
It's very simple. When I started, like I mentioned before, like I started from the military going through a cleaning business.
Yeah.
Okay? Where you think I learned the structure, like making a leave pass for my staff when they go on vacay and all that, I learned it from the military. I learned it somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then like when I had my business, how I structure it, my accounting, the people around me, specialists I had to pay. Like the guys that had a business like me that costed me in Australia because it's so specific, like $1,200 a month to get coaching in like 2012. I don't even want to know today, right? But he's specialist in his niche and he can help me. And you know what? He brought my business from like 2-3 staff to like 30 and contracts and 7 division in it. You know, how would I have to do that by myself? I would have hit the wall, cost money, pay money there, pay money there, pay money there to hit the wall every time to learn by myself. When it comes somebody can just show me the path and just be like, this is the path. Let's personalize it to your needs.
Literally.
And like it costs you fractions of all the rest it would cost you in time.
Yeah.
If I can build a large company in like 3 years instead of 12,
I'll take it.
yeah, man, like it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the money you make, the quality of life. You want a quality of life? Why would you be an entrepreneur? Yeah, I have to work hard at the start and everything, you know. But at the end, it's because you build a quality of life where one day you can pay positions to do different things that like you don't want to do. You think I do all my admin? No, I would pay somebody to do my admin. Yeah. Like that way I can do what I do. Any specialists do it because their times work more than what they can pay for and they teach. And down the road in 10, 15 years, you know what? That person there have learned the job from the other and life carry on like a wheel like this. We didn't start it like with creating fire to like today's technology with no teaching around, right?
Yeah. That's very nice what you just said. Because sometimes in life, right? Life sometimes humbles you up. Sometimes you're the teacher and sometimes you're the student. And you have to be okay with it to be the student sometimes. Even if you're doing very well in life, there's always somebody that's doing better than you. And that's why, in my opinion, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yeah.
You listen more and you talk less. You hear more, you absorb the information, and then from there you conduct. So yes, mentorship is very important. It is something that is, like you said, it does split the work in half, split the time in half. You actually get to see things faster. And on top of that, I'm sure you learned from your coach's mistakes because he made those mistakes. Doesn't mean you have to make the same mistakes, right? So when it comes to that, that's not a problem. So how do people even get a hold of you for consultations and stuff like that? Like where do they reach you at? Like how do they get a hold of you?
Oh yes, for that like I have a link tree or I can go like that I can send or put on your podcast.
On the description, yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, that way, like, we can talk and see what they're looking for and help them that directions. Like, I have an Instagram page, too, like, where they can reach me out. The most important part of all that, then I want, like, because we touch a lot of good subjects today. And
yes, we sure did.
I just want to emphasize on the idea that I do not know anyone successful even at 74 years old, that don't have a coach.
Yeah.
Not a joke. Like, I'm talking about guys making like $12 to $15 million a year. They still have coach.
Yeah, coach, and those coaches have coaches.
Yeah. And so if you're not in the will, you know, what stops you? Your own self. Your own sabotaging to get more comfortable than be in the uncomfortable zone and go forward.
I agree. What I think it is that why a lot of people are scared even to take the coach route is because they see that everything online, social media, it kind of ruined it for everyone. It also ruined it between the good coaches and the bad coaches, because now everyone can put a course together, sell it online, and just sell you garbage. So I guess I understand why people do that, but honestly, guys, how else are you gonna know? You're gonna find out somehow, some way. Obviously, do your market research on the person, right? Do your market research, understand, look at their testimonials. But yeah, like when it comes to financial literacy and how to understand just the numbers at the end of the year. You said you saved a lot of your clients millions of dollars. So let me understand this. We have a tax book in Canada. You follow those tax books. They literally give you the way how to save all this money and how. So, and this is why I find it funny. It's like they build you the trap, but they also give you the cheat sheet. Like, here's the cheat sheet, but knowing that nobody's gonna go through the cheat sheet and nobody, like hardly anyone's gonna do it. Why do they do that?
Well, I mean, I don't want to categorize, but the rich get richer.
Yeah.
And the poor sometimes get poor. It's a mentality thing, right? But like you say, you have the book.
Yeah.
The cheat sheet, everything, it's in it. Are you willing to use it? And people will not use it.
No.
But, okay, we think about the big money all the time, how to save. We see the big move. But they all started with smaller move and time.
Yeah.
So I can understand if somebody's fighting day to day to be able to pay their rent, you have a way to get out of that will, and it's to start with a plan, a schedule, and decide like what you want to do, and monopolizing that difference of time, and then starting to use what it's available financially. Then you start there and you build up, and at some point you may be buying real estate, you may be investing like in the market, whatever, what makes you feel comfortable, and then you start to diversify. And then things start to get bigger, and then you start to realize that in that book of tax, you have new things that now you have enough advantage that you can use more and more and more and more. And then you start to pay for fiscalists, and you start to pay for accounting that really knows their stuff and everything. And now it became a game of resource.
Quality.
So you have to have the right resource around you to build the right circle. Let go the bad circles sometimes to rebuild your circles, to keep it up to date, because not everybody stays just on top of their game for like 30 years, you know? Like the people I deal with, they don't analyze their accounting like what he's doing, but they look at the habit in the man, because they want to know, can I do business with him for a long time? Well, I'm going to have to think about somebody else like in my 30s, 40s, 50s. Like they plan because it's their life. If you don't take the lead of your own life this way, other people will do it for you, and like you're gonna see money flying like that.
Literally, money is harder to come in, and it's easier to leave.
Yeah,
you know. So if you don't know how to control it and make it the other way around, you know, it will eat you up. Now, I do want to wrap it up very soon. I do want to mention a few things before we do let you go. When it comes to the man that you are today, who inspired you to be this man, or who inspires you to be go-getter, entrepreneur, go against the grain? Who?
Well, I think inside every entrepreneur, you have a little bit of fucked up part in ourselves. We're not fitting in any mold. We're not feeling in our place by being dictated, young, do this, do that, and we want to always do in our own way, and at some point it creates paths, and those paths bring you to different places. But what really I think inside me made the difference is I wanted to help people, because that it's like the cadets when you're kids, or the military. You always work together to get somewhere, and you understand the powers of working as a group than an individual, and the effect it makes to see somebody else happy and want to live, and be around those people that want to live and call and be like, hey, what are you doing that then? They're pumped. that lifestyle, I think that's what attracted me to entrepreneurship, because people are really happy of what they do. They choose it. You know, so by choosing it, they're happy in it. They're fun to be around, and it makes you want to help more people and help. I sold my cleaning business when I was just doing admin and everything. I didn't feel I was helping. If somebody else want to do that, take it. You know what I mean? Like, and I started in something else where I feel I can change people's life daily, because life is too precious to be wasted.
Very.
And people should not like turn in circle in their apartment trying to find a solutions when solution exist.
Literally.
It's just to reach out, and I will show you many different ways like to get your life in a better place and have the future you want. Life's short.
Life is very short. Like my grandfather used to say, he's here. We're here for a short time. We're just renting.
Yeah.
We're just life. This whole life thing is a rental. Might as well do the best with it and help your next generation. Well, I think that wraps it up. Very, very good conversation. Very full of knowledge. You know what I mean? My man Eric.
Yes, that was fun. You're
It was very
great.
fun. It was a pleasure having you. And honestly, there might be a part 2 coming soon. And yeah, thank you very much, guys.